Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite baby products that I have been using for the past 6 months. When I was pregnant, I watched so many of these videos like newborn essentials, top 10 things you need to have with a baby, and all of it just went over my head. There are just so many options and decisions you have to make. When you're a new mom, it can be very disorienting. But now that I've been in it for 6 months, it is pretty incredible to see how much I have grown as a mom in my own preferences for baby products and for my baby girls. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. Hello. I had my daughter 6 months ago. I enjoy documenting my journey in motherhood as well as my small business journey. All of that happens here in this home. We live in a 2-bedroom condo. And so when we were shopping for baby things, we had to consider our living situation. We also bought a lot of things secondhand, and I would highly recommend checking out Facebook Marketplace or whatever secondhand market you have in your neighborhood because baby stuff is expensive. And I obviously wanted to buy the best things for baby girl, and I found that buying secondhand made a lot of things more accessible to me. Just want to preface that I am not a baby expert. I'm just gonna kind of share the things that I've been using a lot from 0 to 6 months. This list is not going to be exhaustive, otherwise this video would go on forever, but it's just the highlights. I'm not ranking any of these. I just kind of listed out a bunch of items that just top of mind. So number one is our infant lounger. We got the organic Snuggle Me lounger and we used this thing so well, especially when baby girl was a newborn. It's basically just like a giant body pillow that encapsulates the baby. She slept so well in it, and I think it's because it almost swaddled her. The bottom is actually really flat, so you can lay it on top of a mat or your bed, and that will kind of soften it up. During the day, like during the naps where I wanted to be able to watch her but still do my thing, I just placed her in the lounger and she was totally happy in there. It comes in like a plastic bag case with a handle. We used to pack it up and take it with us whenever we went over to a friend's, be able to nap her on the go. They do sell covers for this lounger. We just never ended up getting one, but you can just throw it in the wash. What we did was just grab a swaddle and lay it on the lounger itself, and that worked for us. The second item I'm going to share is what I am sitting on right now, and it is our play mat. I think this actually might be my favorite thing that we own. It is the Wunderkids mat, the all zip mat. I have sat on so many baby mats over the years, visiting friends, babies, and this mat just trumps all other mats. It is so thick, it is so comfortable, but not too cushiony, still very firm. Baby girl spends all day on this mat. When she was in her lounger, we'd place her on this mat. She did tummy time on this mat. She's learning how to crawl on this mat now. And the best part about it is that I like using this mat as well. I stretch on this mat. I've napped on this mat. It's just such a good quality mat. It's made in Korea. For some reason, Korea always has the best baby stuff in my opinion. It's a foam mat, multiple layers, covered with vegan leather. So it's wipeable, foldable,
eco-label certified, non-toxic. It's made of recyclable materials, FDA food contact grade material, hypoallergenic, water resistant, machine washable.
It's also anti-slip. It's just literally the best thing ever. And I am not getting paid to say this. We all just love it. The next thing is the My Breast Friend pillow. I can't compare this one to other breastfeeding pillows because I've only used this one, but I loved this one. I felt like it had really good support. It just felt very natural. I was able to just fully place baby girl on and all the positions worked with the pillow. It is bulky, but I think that's the trade-off with having something that has a little bit more support. And I think this pillow was so good in teaching me how to breastfeed that eventually I didn't need to use the pillow anymore. The cover just comes off with a zipper, and so we were able to throw that in the wash. I just think it has really good support for breastfeeding. This item is like an everyday household item if you have a baby, but it's burp cloths. We have 50 burp cloths. We go through these especially when she was younger. We have a bunch of muslin burp cloths and bibs. We have some that are just cloth handkerchiefs from Korea. And I also recently purchased a few more of the copper pearl bibs. We just go through these so fast, and baby girl actually has quite sensitive skin. So I try to buy ones that are cotton. I would say in the beginning, the bigger ones that we had were good because I would throw them over my shoulder, and then I could also have baby girl supported over my shoulder as well. But now I find that we don't need the bigger ones as much. We just kind of tie the bibs around her all day, and then use that to dab her face. While we're on the topic of breastfeeding and burp cloths, I also want to share the app that I used. It's Huckleberry. I've talked about this app so much in my other vlogs. I don't think I need to go into too much detail, but I would definitely check it out. It's so good for just tracking your baby's diapers, feeding, and now I even use it for solids. Oh, and sleep. That's a big one. The interface is beautiful. Alex and I both logged into the same account from our phones, and we can see the same thing on both of our devices. Again, in the beginning, we were constantly logging everything, and we found it very helpful, especially when we went to doctor appointments. We were able to just pull up our app and share literally any data that the doctor was asking for. Huckleberry, highly recommend. The next thing I really liked are onesies that had two-way zippers. Because baby girl was born in the fall, she basically her whole life has been in cold and dry weather. And so she wore a lot of footed onesies, and we found that some of the onesies just had a one-way zipper, but the ones that had two, so a zipper coming from the bottom and from the top, were the most convenient for us. Like when you're changing the diaper, you don't have to take the whole onesie off of her and make her cold. We really like the onesies from Gap. I've bought a bunch from Old Navy because they're really cheap. Carter's, we have some from H&M. Just two-way zipper onesies, lifesaver. Okay, next I'm gonna share a few tools that we had that we used very often. So number one is the Hydrasense nose sucker. In the beginning, we used Frida Baby's nose sucker, and I just found it so clunky. Somebody actually recommended the Hydrasense one, and I am so glad we switched over to that one. It's more flexible, it's way easier to clean, and you do have to buy refills of the filter, but that was no problem for me. We really like this one. Baby girl got sick a few months ago, and we sucked the snot out of her nose probably like 10 times a day, and this tool was just so easy to use, and she did not mind it at all. The next one is a thermometer. I used to use like an under the tongue thermometer to check my ovulation, but with baby girl we wanted to get a digital one just so that it's like easier instead of having to stick it anywhere. So we bought this one off of Amazon, no problems with it. So we'll always use the digital one first, and if it seems like it's a little high, then we'll go in with my thermometer and we'll actually stick it under her armpit just to get a double reading. But thermometer is key, especially because you really want to make sure that your baby doesn't have a fever. Like it's the fever that's problematic whenever the baby's sick. So thermometer is key. And the nail grinder. Okay, so we have friends whose babies hate the nail grinder, but our baby loves getting her nails trimmed. I do it like every other day. Nails are always nice and cut because she just loves getting it done. I love the nail grinder that we got. It's basically like an electric sander for the nail, and there's different heads that you can put onto the grinder. Not much more to say about it. It works really well for us. Okay, let's talk about sleep a little. So we had the Halo bassinet that swivels. We were able to get it secondhand for a really good price. We just had it beside our bed for the first 3 months or so, and I actually found the swivel function really useful because our bedroom is quite small. So we would swivel it onto our bed during the day and then have it out during the night just so that she's not in the way of traffic. She slept quite well in it. I would say it is very heavy, but I think that's what makes it safe. I did read a lot of reviews on this bassinet saying that it wasn't worth the high price point, and that's why I think it's awesome to buy this one used. Babies don't sleep in bassinets very long, so I think that's why there's a lot on the used market. We just bought our own mattress covers so that we didn't have to buy those used, so that was new, and then we just cleaned like the actual structure of the bassinet and it was good to go. The next thing when it comes to sleep is the Hatch sound machine. We got this one gifted and we love it. It connects with your phone through Bluetooth, so you can adjust the light or the sound, and you can program all sorts of things. Once baby girl got on a schedule, I programmed the noise machine so that it just starts right at 7 o'clock and turns off at 7 o'clock. I used to also have birds chirping in the morning, and it would kind of like wake her up nice and slowly, and I think she liked it. So yeah, possibilities are endless with this machine. Okay, let's talk swaddles. We actually tried a bunch of different swaddles to get her to sleep better, but the one that I will share today that worked the best for baby girl was the Love to Dream swaddle. Our baby particularly does not like her arms swaddled. She needs her arms free. In the beginning, we did use swaddles that had her arms closed, but we found that that she was always fidgeting and waking herself up. The Love to Dream Swaddle is awesome because her arms are fixed like this. She also started soothing herself. She would suck her hand through the swaddle and it was great. She would sleep through the night. I would just recommend doing a lot of trial and error. Borrow some swaddles from friends if you can. We probably went through like 8 different swaddles and sometimes she would use them well for a week or 2, but we found that this Love to Dream one is the one that she used the longest for months. Okay, diapers. We love our diaper pail. We have the Ubbi diaper pail. I don't think it really matters what diaper pail you have as long as it conceals the smell. I never understood why you needed to buy that in the beginning because her poops smelled kind of sweet and kind of nice. But as soon as she started having more formula and now she's having solids, it's horrendous. It smells so bad that even opening the diaper pail, like I don't breathe when I throw in a diaper and close it. Alex and I were actually just gonna use like an IKEA garbage can with a lid on it, but our friends were like,
no, you should really get the diaper pail.
And I am so glad we did. The next thing that I really enjoy is our Skiphop Changing Pad. So we have our diaper changing pad on top of like a regular dresser. This changing pad is awesome because it's silicone. The silicone is key because it's so easy to wipe down and you will definitely have accidents on this changing pad. I know there are changing pads that have covers that you can throw in the wash that are like a bit softer than the silicone, but baby girl got used to the hardness of it pretty fast. We used to put a towel on it when she was a newborn, but yeah, I don't think I would have enjoyed having to throw the covers into the wash all the time. We also have the Skiphop Bath Set that we really enjoy. I wish I got it as a set. I ended up buying all the pieces separately. As we were bathing her, I was like, okay, I think we need to buy this. I think we should buy this. Like, oh, we should have just gotten the whole set. We bathe baby girl every other night. And so that knee cushion thing is really awesome because we go on our knees and bend over in the bathtub to wash her. And so that really saves our knees. I thought we could just get by with like rolling a towel or something, but we really do like the cushion. The bathtub is also awesome because we have been adjusting it as she's been growing. So first it was like a sling for the newborn baby to lie in, and now we have it rolled up and she just kind of sits in the tub. She can't sit up by herself yet, but when she can, we can just take that mesh cover off and she'll just be sitting in the tub. All right, let's talk about pumping. I am borrowing my friend's pump. It is a Medela pump. It's great, but I want to talk about my pumping bra. Probably 20 bucks on Amazon, but such a critical investment. I used to spend probably 2 hours or more pumping a day. Obviously split up into sessions. Now I'm only pumping morning and night, but you do not want to be holding your pump during these pumping sessions. The bra is just a quick little zip up and it holds the flanges in place. I was able to get work done, edit YouTube videos, do whatever I need to do during the pumping sessions, and that made it a lot more bearable. The next thing I'll share is our diaper bag. So we don't actually have a diaper bag. We just got a regular backpack that was lightweight. The one we're using is the everyday Lululemon bag. We like it. I don't know why I struggled with this. I didn't want to look like I was carrying a diaper bag. I understand why people design diaper bags. Is because you need to fit a lot of stuff in there. You need a lot of compartments, but I find that our backpack works fine. I also like that we can use this backpack after the baby grows up. Like, it's not always going to be a diaper bag. Like, one day it might just become my work bag or laptop bag, and that is what I was going for. The next thing that I use very well is our car seat stroller system. I think we invested the most amount of money in this, and the one we got is the Uppababy Vista. We're borrowing our friend's infant car seat right now, and it's awesome because it connects right to our stroller. It's like a very modular system. You can change out the seats. It can hold 2 kids. It can really grow with your family. I will say it's quite heavy, but it packs up easily. Like the way it folds and unfolds, I think is pretty easy, but lifting it into the car can be difficult. I can do it with ease now because I've been doing it for 6 months, but I can see why someone would want a lighter stroller. I do still prefer this stroller because I love how much cargo space there is underneath. I've gone grocery shopping and just stuffed the stroller with groceries and I don't need to carry anything. Actually, when I have the stroller, I never need to carry anything. It all goes underneath, so that is a big plus. It also moves super nicely. It glides like butter. I can maneuver it with one hand. So yeah, I'm really happy we got this one. We bought ours off of Facebook Marketplace and we're able to save a couple $100. Honestly, it's kind of like a car. Like, as soon as you take it out, it's not new anymore. And so buying a used one was no problem for us. On the topic of travel, I also got the Manito cover. I've talked about this in my vlogs. It's basically like a windbreaker for the stroller, and it also has like a dark cover for blocking out the sun. I think I personally needed this because baby girl was born in the fall. We had like a long winter. It would have been almost impossible for me to go out for stroller walks if there was no way for me to block the wind. This is what allowed me to go outside. I also have the Konny vest, which I use with our Ergobaby carrier. Look at me just throwing out all these brand names. On days when I didn't want to take a stroller or couldn't take the stroller, I would use our Ergobaby Omni 360 Air Mesh baby carrier. This one's awesome because it feels very durable. It's kind of like a backpack. I can wear it for a long time, and baby girl actually naps well even now in this carrier. Again, we bought this one used. It's super easy to wash because we just throw it in the washing machine. With that, I also have the Konny vest, which is like a fur-lined vest that I can wear under my jacket, and it just makes it very cozy for baby girl, very warm. So even on the cold winter days, I was able to carry her outside, go for a little walk, and not worry about whether or not she was cold. I also recommend having like a fabric or softer baby carrier in the home. The Ergobaby is great when we go out. I use it when I'm working at my parents and I need to carry her. But when I'm just like in and around the kitchen or like here in the condo, the fabric one is just so much lighter and softer for baby. The one that I really like is the Solly Baby one. It's easy to use and I love how it looks and feels. All right, guys, we're reaching the end. The last few things I'm gonna share are like the activities and toys that she likes. So from day one, we used a play gym on our mat. We still actually use this play gym to the day. Alex has kind of switched out some of the dangling toys just to give her different visual stimulation, but it's been cool watching her grow with this thing. When she was a newborn, she would just stare at like the things floating around, and then one day she started reaching for it, then she started flipping over and doing tummy time with it. Now she's kind of getting over it, but she still will play with it here and there. Ours is a hand-me-down Fisher-Price one. It actually is pretty awesome because you can play music on it and it lights up. Baby girl just really likes it. Ours is quite colorful, very vibrant. If I were to buy one myself, I would have probably bought one that was more muted, made out of wood, and had pastel colors. But in hindsight, I actually think these bright colors were really good for baby. The next thing is the Skiphop Activity Center. She started sitting in it around 4 months, but it was a little big for her. She has really grown into this thing. When she was 4 months, we put her in it. She could spend like 20 minutes in that thing, fully entertained. She's practicing sitting, standing up. And for me, it's great because if I need just like a quick 10 minutes to do something, I can place her in the activity center, watch her from afar, and I know she's not gonna go anywhere. The last thing I wanna share today is the Lovevery Toy Kits. So these were actually gifted to us last month, and I love them. I had to include them in this video. I think it's a product that is so well designed, and it's something that I wanna keep getting for Charlotte as she gets older. Lovevery is a subscription box that you get with toys for your baby at different stages. As baby girl got older, I started getting kind of stressed out because it was hard for me to keep on top of all of her milestones and all the changes. I found myself Googling toys and like best toy for 5-month-old, best toys for tummy time. Like I wanted to keep her engaged and stimulated and growing, but like every stage is so new to me. And so I found that I was more reactive than proactive when it came to buying toys for her. And that's why this Lovevery play kit is awesome. Like they have done all the research for each milestone, and the toys are designed to not only support the child's development, but like push them and really help them learn more. The toys are so pretty. They're bright and colorful. All the materials are like organic, so organic cotton, wood, and it comes with a book that teaches you how to use the toys and how to sequence the toys. And so this has been like a huge stress reliever for me. I no longer feel like baby girl's missing out on some sort of milestone. This box kind of has everything she needs in terms of toys for the recommended time. I also think these play kits would make great gifts for other kids or moms. Price point is super reasonable because if you were to buy that amount of toys, it would probably come out to the same or more. This one's like perfectly curated for you, so can't believe I talked for this long about baby stuff. I obviously didn't talk about everything, but this is kind of the stuff that just felt top of mind for me. I remember feeling really overwhelmed, feeling like I had to buy so much stuff, everything's so expensive. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't say these are like essentials. Like your baby needs to be fed, needs a place to sleep, and needs love and care. Like, you know your baby best, you know your circumstances the best. And I think as you grow as a mom, you really figure out what you like, like and what you don't like and what your baby needs. I also felt this overwhelming pressure to have everything ready before baby was born, but a lot of this stuff Alex and I kind of figured out as we were going. We purchased things, we returned things, we switched things around. So there's just no pressure to have all these things lined up and ready to go. But I do hope this video was helpful. I'll have everything linked below, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. And baby girl is crying right now in the back. I don't know if you can hear. So I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.